Good morning, guys. It's March 2nd. So, everybody been keeping up with the channel. Y'all know the little Tao Tao 110. The timing, not timing chain. The starter chain and the starter's going bad, and the chain guides they're clapped out. Anyway, let me see if I can get some heat in here. It's cold this morning. Bear with me a minute. Alright. So, also I told you guys, all the gas ran from the tank down into the engine. So, I talked to the customer. I gave him a price. This is his grandson's bike. Me and the customer, we're pretty good friends. I mean, I've dealt with him for many years now on this bike and on another bike, and brought me a lot of business here nor there, what I'm trying to say. So, I haven't had the best week, and I haven't had the worst week. So, I guess I'm going to try to do a favor. I'm going to try to return the favor back. I don't know, maybe one will get returned back to me. I don't know. So I'm going to put this oil cap back on here so I can just show you guys again what it's doing. I think I kind of got it straightened out. I bought the cheapest little battery, little Mighty Max battery. I didn't buy a, what was that other one I put in the crotch rocket in the GSXR? Something, a chrome, some kind of chrome something. I don't know what it was. Anyway, this is probably going to need a carburetor too, because like I said, when it fills up, and it's that oil, so like I said, the oil's just, that's from the dipstick just sitting there. I mean, it literally flooded this over here. So we're going to drain the oil. It don't hold probably about maybe half a quart, 3/4 of a quart in this little engine. I'm going to drain the oil for him, and we're going to see if we can get it back going, but I want you guys to hear the starter. So, I priced him a starter, the chain, the guides. Everybody's tight on money right now, so it is what it is. Let me grab a toe volume or something. My head's cold. Hang on a minute. All right. Sorry about that. Got my what do they call it? Meth light. You meth toboggan for the meth heads? No, I'm just playing. I use it for everything. Honestly, when I go up underneath the house, those lights that you put on around your band to your head, those things just kind of go everywhere, and after a while that band gets kind of, you know how it is. It doesn't hold anymore. So we stuck this battery in there, a little Mighty Max. Got it in there. This diehard, like I said, it wasn't holding. I don't know if it's shorted out or what, if it's got dead. I know it's got a dead cell, but I don't know. Y'all seen it on the last video. I kind of thought that was a little wild. Anyhow, we gotta clean up from some projects. That's really another reason why I want to get this thing out of here. So we're gonna drain the oil and see if we can get it back going. I don't know if the carburetor, like I said, I don't know if it's any good. It's probably not, but we're gonna try. I'm scared to run this oil in them heaters. in my diesel heaters because it's got so much gas in it. Kind of a little weary about that. I don't think I want to go experimenting on that one. So I will say on the diesel heaters, we have not tried that. I don't think I want to, and if I did, I probably would place it out there a good little ways where I could call the fire department in case something bad happened on that one. All right, no further ado here. Let's grab a. I think it's gonna be a 17. See if we can get a 17 and get this oil plug off and let this thing just go wild here. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen because this thing has I believe it's got more gas in the oil than it does anything. Alright, so we got a 17 and a 14. I think the 14 is for I think it's got something to do with the timing chain. I accidentally pulled it out, not on this bike, but wow, I accidentally pulled it out, and anyway, no oil come out, a spring come out, and hang on, let me get, well, that's going to take a minute. Let me make sure you guys can see. I know you can't see up underneath there what I'm doing. There we go. You know what I'm doing, but you can't see what I'm doing. Alright. Like I said, don't pull the 14, pull the 17. You guys gonna drain the oil. I know it's kind of confusing all up underneath there sometimes, but I believe both of them have a copper washer. Listen to this. This still has the dipstick in it, so this should, well, yeah. That's how I cover my glove. Look at this pissing everywhere. That is some pretty thin oil there. Alright. Oh, let me pull this out. Man, it's just all over the floor and everything, man. Look at this. Look at that. That's not good. These engines are pretty tough, though. I mean, I really think so. I know so. I don't think so. I know so. To be Chinese, I mean, the engine itself's good. The wiring and maybe the rubber ain't all that good, and the hoses, and that's kind of stuff you just got to upgrade on as you go. I mean, you know, use it as long as you can, but then as it starts to deteriorate. What did I say this thing was? A 2015? Something like that. So, it's probably been in the shed. You can see the paint, you know, coming off. Somebody probably repainted it. That's probably just enamel, but the plastics, I'm surprised they're even still on this bike. This little kid, man, he really does ride this thing. He rides it, and he rides that little dirt bike, the little SSR. His granddaddy picked it up for him the other day. He said, man, I got on that thing, and it scared the bejesus out of him. He said, I had to get off of it. He said, but his grandson, he said he's tearing ass through the yard with it. So that little XR carburetor, even though it took like almost a scientist to get that thing figured out, but we got it figured out. It took a lot of drilling and a lot of just effort, but it was worth it in the end. You know, everybody can go buy these what, little $25 kit carburetors. Let me show you one of them. I mean, that's what I do. sometimes, but I think I may end up doing something else. Start doing the replacement ones as far as them XR carburetors. I mean, that thing was honestly, it was a house. So everybody get these little kit carburetors, right? I would not recommend using that gas line. I don't know why they give you two filters. I wouldn't use that gas line, I wouldn't use that filter, and I wouldn't use that spark plug. I wouldn't use those clamps. So we'll just set those to the side. So we got a red air filter. We will be using that. I mean, if you could buy another filter, that'd be great. Come with a manifold, so it's gonna come with all the gaskets. And this manifold here sets down like this. I guess, I'm assuming you can probably turn it backwards, but this sets forward. Yeah, that's the same one as that. So you could probably turn it backwards and face the carb backwards, or you could turn it forwards and face the carb forwards. So that means, what I'm saying is that, if this makes sense, all right, I'm gonna somewhat kind of hold it together here. All right. On some of these bikes, they're just so small. I think this is almost next to the smallest one you can get. But I have seen one smaller. I think it was, I don't know if it was a Tao Tao, or still a little Chinese bike. Oh my goodness. I made this one child proof. Hang on. I ain't messing with that thing right now. Made it stuff child proof this morning for me. Alright. Well, you know what? This is a PZ20. So, oh God, it exploded. Glad I got my safety glasses on. Alright, so this has a smaller diameter on this carburetor for the air filter. This first one I seen kind of like this. Wow. Okay. So when you put this guy together, right? It sits like this, right? It'd be facing this way on this bike. Now, I have seen them face this way. It really doesn't matter, I don't guess. If you got the room, you can put it on there. I noticed with the Honda carburetor, or the clone, well, the knockoff Honda carburetor, had the slides for like you know, the batteries. They got the slides and you put the bolts through. This one actually is threaded, so that's cool. That'll work. I swear, man, this one must have been a Monday carburetor. Alright, as we're letting that oil drain, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this filter somewhat on here. It's way too big. I mean, this thing is just one of them things, I guess. Alright. So I'm going to try to do 3 things at once. I'm going to try to hold it and tighten it and before I just slap this thing on there, I am going to see if that carburetor will run. I mean, he is on a budget, so if I don't have to put it on there for him, then I don't know. We won't. We'll just see how it does. I'll make sure he understands to cut the gas off every time, which I would recommend anyway, whether if you have a carburetor issue or not, is to make sure you, look at this one already, choke won't even come all the way up. Make sure nothing's hung up in the back here. Could have already done something, assembled something wrong here, or it could just be messed up. I don't know. What's going on? See, I think it's got a, there it goes. Got a little flap in there, kind of like the old Honda carburetors. This little flap, it's got a little spring on it, but anyhow, yeah, there we go. She's moving now. Must have been sitting in the warehouse for a little bit of time. I don't know. That's what you get, though. I mean, Amazon is Amazon. I've been having a whole lot of problems with them recently. I'm not real happy, so that's why you guys keep hearing me call them Scamazon. I'm not real fond of them no more, man. We had a good little relationship going on there, but here recently, it's been bad. It's almost like fighting with the old lady about every single little thing. I mean, literally, everything. They don't want to take a return back. They want to make you bring it in. They want to make you jump through all these hoops to do this or that. I mean, I'm just like, when I started out with you guys, it was like I could take a picture, show you guys it's junk, or show you how it's doing, and that would be the end of it. But anyway, not like that much anymore. Alright, I think we're done draining. I think. Maybe it'll loosen up with a little bit of oil in there. I don't know. If I have to put it on there. Like I said, if I don't have to put it on there, I'm not going to. That carburetor was brand new last year or the year before, but again, it does not take long for them to turn to trash, literally. That oil was fresh. I mean, it's got a little residual build up on the plug, but that oil was fresh too. I'm gonna put another fresh washer on here too. Just to get it, just to make sure. That's not all the oil to come out of it, so it's not. That's not all the oil. I mean, that's not everything that come out of this bike. This is between. What did I drain in there? Oh, lawnmower oil out of the Cub. So on those, the Cub and the Sabri both have a dead cylinder, bad coil. We get hot and they start missing and they won't run right. I was able to actually finish cutting the grass the other day a little bit, or cutting the leaves up. So anyhow, we're going to be probably working on a lot of lawnmowers this year, hopefully. I put my sign back out front. How long I'll be able to keep it out there, I don't know. Probably goes against the city regulations or something. It's a 4x8 sign, so it's pretty big. Oh, my bracelet got in there. Be hard. Clean it up some, make it shine. The jewelry don't get dirty, man. You ain't doing nothing. Alright. Yep, so that's it. I mean, I don't see any water in the oil. Like I said, if I could make sure that wouldn't explode, I would literally, I bought them funnels. I put a coffee filter in there, or an old rag, old sheet or something, and I would filter that stuff out if I could. And, I'd burn it. But like I said, it's got so much gasoline in there, I don't know. I don't trust it. I damn sure don't want to burn my house down, man. Alright, so new crush washer, new battery. Make sure not to over tighten that. Let the crush washer do its job. Just barely get it tight. Well, you don't barely get it tight. Get it tight enough where you know it ain't gonna come back off. But don't get no wrench this long and tug on it. Try to get you a little, 6 or 8 inch wrench, whatever they are. Don't get one of the big boys and wrench on that thing, because it's probably gonna strip. All right, and let's see. We got some. Well, I don't know what we got in the shop. Oh, we got to use regular oil. Not regular oil. We got some motorcycle oil. I forgot this has the wet clutches in there. I'm used to working on Polaris or Can-Am or something like that. It doesn't have the wet clutches in there. So if you got the CVT, you don't have to run like motorcycle oil so much. You can run, your regular car oil, stuff like that. You got a bike that has the clutches built in it. For those who don't know, you're gonna need to run some type of oil like this. Let me show you. So, where does it say for wet clutches? Oh Lord, I'm about to jump out my hand. Not sure. I'll read on here a minute, it might tell me. Engine wear, 4-stroke, unique formulated. Let's see. Well, might just have to take my word for it. But anyway, this is for the wet clutches. I don't know where it says it on there. Usually it does. Anyway, believe me or not, y'all put regular oil in your bike, it starts slipping. That's why. So, old lady's got my other funnel. Maybe we'll just test this new one out right here if we can try to hold it up here long enough. Hey, might be actually a little easier to use. Kind of hold it right there. All right. So we got about 2.5. Let me see. Let me set it on the ground. I ain't level. My head ain't level, so no. We got between 2 and 2.5. So we're gonna drop it between 1 and 1.5. Well, actually, you know what? No, we're not even gonna put that much in there. And we'll check it again. And by the way, this bike does not have a filter. It has a strainer. Just basically kind of like what's in the top of this funnel right here. So to get to the strainer, you got to pop this side off over here. I believe it's, yeah, this side, the right side of your engine where the clutches are at. And it's really not that fun. So there's a strainer in there. It looks like a little screen, like literally a window screen. It's got two little pieces of rubber on each side to kind of keep it in there. You know, keep it from acting up and buzzing around in there and all that good stuff. So you guys got, you know, something that come apart, something that goes in the engine, you're gonna have to bust that loose and go in there and try to find it, which ain't any fun. So I wouldn't recommend dropping nothing in your engine, but if you go to rebuilding your engine as well, if you go to rebuild the top end or something, I would recommend popping that off and just checking it, right? Well, if you just got the bike, I mean, I know everybody don't want to go straight into looking at stuff, tearing shit apart as soon as you get something, but it is beneficial sometimes because it will tell you more about the bike than what you know. It'll tell you what it's been through, tell you somebody's kept the air filter on there or dropped something down in there, or a gasket come apart, or if somebody used a lot of RTV. It'll tell you more, it'll tell you, like I said, it'll tell you probably more what the damn owner's gonna tell you, right? Most people's telling you something, most people selling you something are not going to tell you every single thing that's ever been done. They may not intentionally forget, purposely forget, you know what I mean? They may just happens. They can't remember everything, right? But then some people will sell you some crap in a heartbeat. Just get it on up out of there. Alright, we're going to change the oil right now, and we're going to check it and see where it's at. A lot of people don't screw them in all the way. A lot of people do. I mean, I like to screw it in all the way. I really don't like to overfill the engines. I know it ain't gonna hurt it, but I'm not that guy. I try to make sure everything's kind of spot on. I do like this funnel. Alright, so we gotta add a little bit more. I think it's probably gonna be right at like 0.7, 0.8 of a quart. Let's see where that lands us. So what I say, we were in the middle of two, 5, and 2. Is that what I said? And if so, then it only held about a half quart. Alright, and also, you see down there, see this little strainer right there? That's what the strainer looks like in the bike as well. So it's not the best filtering system because it has no oil filter on here. That basically is your oil filter. But I think the reason why when they tell you just to don't screw it all the way in, just stick your dipstick in there and check it. I think that's along the lines of like once the engine gets running and then everything has had time to get the oil circulated back around and it'll probably be level. Like I said, if it's just a tad over, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. I mean a tad. I don't mean like, that much over or nothing like that. I mean, just like a cock hair over. That's it for now. I really don't want to pour gas in this thing and then it go to acting up on me. I usually run 2050 in these, but it'll be alright. That's 1040. Alright, so I didn't screw it in all the way. And you see it's right there. So if I screwed it in all the way, it'd probably be above the full line. But after we get it cranked up and running, we'll add more if needed. Alright. For some reason this thing was so tight, I had to use a pair of needle nose to get it off. I want to make sure that doesn't happen again. I don't want it to come off while he's riding, but I don't want to have to break it off next time either because it's getting old. Alright. So that's pretty much what's going on now. I'm gonna look in the gas tank real quick with the flashlight and see how bad it is. He said this one wasn't left outside, which I don't know. You never know. This has the metal gas tank. Oh. Well, guess maybe someone told me the truth this time. Or maybe all that 2-cycle mix I put in there actually kept the tank from rusting out. I run a lot of, sometimes I'll run two, like if it hadn't been running a while, like right now, I'll crank it up on like a real thin mixture of 93 and like my string trimmer gas, leaf blower gas. I don't do the pre-mix, I mix it myself. And I run clots or Motul and my string trimmers and all that stuff as well. So I just think it prolongs the life as far as I'm concerned. On that part, it prolongs the life of the engine. Let's see. Alright, so this has a little filter on the inside. It's supposed to keep water, dirt, all that good stuff out. It actually does a pretty good job. Alright, so we're going to take and I got some gas I just put in these 2 string trimmers over here. I got to pull the carburetors off. And I'm going to cut this we'll cut this valve off on this side, and I probably will replace this filter. It's got this old paper filter on here. And my buddy I had working for me last, I guarantee he's the one that done this one. Dumbass. So he put the filter before the cutoff valve, which I guess sometimes it doesn't matter, but sometimes it does. This is what's in the filter right there. You can see it's black right here. I guess probably from settlement. I don't know. No. That's a black, I guess, I don't know if it's a little ball, like a little valve, but this right here, what's in this right here on the side should not be in there. All that crusty looking stuff there. These are the filters that I got. I mean, I used these on my racing bikes and stuff back when I was doing all that good stuff. That good fun stuff. I think I showed them to you guys the other day. I went and bought some more, so. These little guys, they have like a, I don't know if that's a, I don't know what you call it. Maybe a carbon or mesh or, I'm not sure what that is in there. Oh, wow. I guess I put the other one on the wrong way. I see the gas flow on this one. It says this way. And on this one, it's this way. So, it's kind of confusing. So, I thought the other... Oh, that was good. Ow. Damn. Well, look at there. As soon as it hit the ground, it broke. Anyway. Yeah, that's wild. Hit my toe, it didn't hit the ground. Jeez. Alright. So yeah, let me check these old ones here. Let's see if they're the same way. I might have bought some ones from a different company, and yeah, so these don't have a direction on these. So these are the different ones. Yep. Yeah. I see how they're different now. These are cheaper. I wonder why I got so many. So these are the better ones. Dang, man, that thing hurt when it hit my foot. So where I got these from was on Scamazon again. I bought these other filters last, years ago, probably 2 years ago. And these right here are, however you pronounce this word, YMHOLOK. LOK. Well, one out of the bag already kicked the bucket, so let me just make sure I didn't lose another one on the ground here. I think it was just the tip that flew away. Yeah, probably was. It's alright. So anyhow, we're gonna use one of them since it has the flow on there. I just thought with these that the gas would come through and you would see the settlement on the inside instead of the gas running through the back side of that filter. I may still put it on there backwards because I don't like. I mean, you know what I'm saying. If it goes this way, it's gonna get stopped up. You can't tell what's going on. So yeah. That's probably what we're gonna do anyway. I'm gonna put it on there backwards. I don't care what the direction says. As long as it's free flowing and it's gonna catch the dirt, that's kind of cool. That's fine with me. And I'm sure that'll be fine with the customer as well. Alright. That's on there. Shit. Alright. We're heating on up out here. I'm gonna cut this thing down. Woo-wee. Alright. I'm gonna take this trimmer, guys, like I said. I gotta do something with it. So if it runs out, it ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Like I said, the dirt won't make it past this It won't make it past that right there anyway. So we got 2 trimmers here. Got fresh gas in it. I was just using the other day, so the only reason why I'm doing this. Y'all don't tell nobody. Tell it, I don't care. I'm just playing. Alright. The only thing I don't like about this thing is it like literally leaves about this much gas in the top of it. You can't get it all in there. And also I'm hoping with that little bit of oil in there that it'll, in the gas, that it'll break some of that stuff loose in the carburetor. Just for principle. Put a little bit of that. Put a little bit of this. Not a lot, but just enough. Then we got a little bit more trimmer gas here. Wash it down with. I swear I don't understand why this thing holds so much back. I know it's not water, but it's just, I guess maybe to help catch the dirt. I don't know. It will go eventually down in there, most of it anyhow. Alright, so I'm going to probably push this outside. And we'll see if we can get it fired up. Clean my mess up here. Damn, it hit right on my toenail. I tell you, after all this stuff has hit my fingers and toenails, I would probably learn by now to put the right stuff on my feet and my fingers. That one right there is so shiny because I'm trying to keep it together. That was smacked by a piece of wood. Long story. Well, it don't look that bad. Now I know there ain't no water in it, so alright, and the rest of it can go in there. Alright. There's already stuff in that tank anyhow. Which, like I said, that's why we got fuel filters. We try to prevent most of that. Alright. I really hope this guy will fire up. We got maybe some fuel flow. I ain't real sure. We'll put rest straight gas in there though. Alright, I'm gonna probably pause it and we'll just do a part 1 on this right now. We are, god dang, we're already at 44 minutes. Jeez. So So this will take the rest of the day for you guys to see this one. But I'll throw a short out there and maybe we'll get to see that.